Shadowdark RPG itself. Why is this so good? The designer Kelsey has been able to take old school ideas, OSRs kind of stuff, but however you define those, and at the same time has melded it with more modern design. There's a lot of D&D 5e in that. It's much more deadly than your typical modern fantasy big box games. So I warn you up front, your characters will and can die of things like melancholy and diseases and traps, and there's a lot of ways you get killed. It's not exactly Darkest Dungeon, the RPG, but it's pretty close. I've been prepping some play with this, and it's another one that we're going to see on Hit the Dice this year. But Shadowdark RPG, you cannot go wrong if you like fantasy that leans a little more towards sword and sorcery, which I do. A storm has passed, leaving the evening sky in angry purple. With a coin of gold in your pocket and trusting to luck, you stand before the wrought iron gate of Crossroads Manor. Once the fortified setting of the petty queen Aldris Mir Algian, it is now nothing but a rotting and abandoned memory of better days. Life is cheap in the borderlands. Life is cheap in the borderlands. Have you soldiers for a single piece of gold? Welcome to Hit the Dice, everybody. It's going to now's very metal, maybe the most metal actual play actually out there. I'm going to say it because no one can prove me wrong. We appreciate you being here. I am, as mentioned, SM Hillman. You just call me Sean. I'm GMing Shadowdark RPG tonight. It's one of my favorite new RPGs. It's indie, and I'm definitely glad to be here running it for you folks. Yes, let's get to the dying. There we go. All right. So without further ado, I will start at the top, or my top left. And so Sarah, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character, please.
Yeah. So I'm Sarah Tasz. I write horror and dark fantasy kind of stuff. So this is right up my alley. I'll be playing a half-orc fighter. And I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I've not played this before, and I've done very little prep for this. So this is going to be interesting. I'm very excited to wing this completely.
Misty?
Hi, I'm Misty Massey. I'm the author of the Mad Kestrel series of pirate fantasy adventures. When I'm not writing, I am a cast member of the Authors and Dragons actual play D&D podcast, where we play it to its absolute most ridiculous levels. So if you want to laugh at some D&D, come on over and listen to us. And tonight I'm going to be playing Theria Dagos. She is a fighter, and she has a big sword and a big spear, and she's not afraid of anything. So she's probably going to be dead any second.
Jim?
I'm Jim Nettles. I write a bunch of science fiction, urban fantasy, some horror, some of this, that, and the other. I'm one of the founders over at the Continual Convention, where we do a bunch of live shows and stuff like that too, and a bunch of other stuff. And tonight I will be playing your halfling thief, Thumper, who was, well, a little questionably ejected from his own home village, but is here to make sure that he can steal your hearts or die along the way.
Thanks, everybody. So a couple things tonight.
Yeah.
I went invisible, apparently. That's okay.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You did not go invisible. Sean was very eager.
That's okay.
Jessica, please.
I'm Jessica Nettles. I write historical fantasy and Southern Gothic horror. So I'm really excited about tonight. I've been gaming since I was 15. I won't tell you how long ago that was, but it was a long time ago. Tonight I'm playing Astrid Ferngarden, who is a halfling thief as well, the other half of the halfling thief team. Although I don't think I want to team with that other dude.
And amazingly enough,
He
we
might
did
be
not
more
plan
trouble
this.
than it's worth. I am looking to see what I can get into and what I can take home with me without being noticed, but we shall see. We'll see how long I live.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here with us. We really appreciate it. And everybody out there, you want to go ahead and like and subscribe if you can. Well, I mean, obviously you can. You're watching it. And tell all your friends and your frenemies about it. So tonight, Shadowdark RPG. It's a little bit 5e, a little D&D, a little bit OSR, a little bit of some really fantastic design by the designer Kelsey Dionne. And it's a lot of sword and sorcery, and it's a very, we say it's very deadly. That's true. It is very deadly, but it's also has a lot of other good qualities to it as well. So you'll find out. One of those is the rule where we put torches. The darkness is important in Shadowdark, as it says. So torches go on a timer. Normally that timer is 1 hour. But in fact, tonight we're going to play with the Blitz rule, I believe it's called. And so that means torches are 30 minutes. And right off the bat, we'll find out who's going to carry the torch and how that might, how long that torch lasts for everybody. There's no real improvision in Shadowdark. Everybody's got to carry a light. All right. So as mentioned, do we have any questions first?
Where's the tavern?
It burned
It's
down.
always
I
his
think it's
first
back in
question.
town where we left it because we're standing outside of a
Right.
rotting iron gate, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there more to steal in the bar?
Where did we get here?
Maybe.
Yeah, I want to know
don't
how we got here.
What are you guys doing here?
What? You don't remember all the years we've been together, our friendship?
Nope.
The last thing I remember, I was in the tavern. Yeah, drinking. Yeah.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Is the phrase I remember saying last?
That's
That's
so
probably
often
true.
the last
Say
thing you
that.
remember saying.
No, I'm just talking about that's how I wound up here. So
Yeah.
So yes, before you have an iron gate. It's rusted, but you can open it up just by pushing it, no problem. Up the hill is the old Crossroads Manor. You are obviously at a crossroads, sort of a trade road going one way and a sort of a communications type of road heading going north and south. The village grown up around the manor is actually much worse for wear than the manor itself. It's really the only building standing.
Okay, so to the manor then?
to the manor ho.
To the manor.
Woo!
All right, I think I'm the biggest, so I'll go first.
Okay. We note that. So let's go ahead and everybody roll some initiative for us.
I mean, was that again?
Just a d20.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Oh. Ace.
I got 11.
Okay.
All right.
You know what? Might help me bring my my trusty sheet up here.
8.
16.
I'm not last.
I'm 3. I believe I am last.
Second to last. Or second to first.
Okay. And Jim, you were 8?
I am 8.
And who was 11?
That was me.
Sorry, what?
Ugh.
And Jessica, you were 16?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You are standing in, you move through the gate and you're standing in the manor's yard. I'll go ahead and describe that a little bit for you. The yard itself is probably 40 yards up to the manor. It's fairly wide. There's a covered well and a fallen stable sort of off to your right. And to the east, and there's to the west in the yard, there's a stone and wooden platform, or what remains of it. And then, of course, there's the manor house itself, which has a bit of a stone courtyard before you get to what is a door that is slightly ajar. So we'll go in initiative order for the moment, but you can still go within whatever physical order you want. So, Jessica, you go first. What are you up to?
I'm going to check out what's in front of us, make sure there's nothing that's going to like harm us, like a trap, or if there's anything that might be of interest, anything that I could like pick up and maybe put in my pocket.
There
that kind of thing.
is, unfortunately, fortunately, you don't see any traps.
Good.
But you also don't see anything of interest. The crows and the wanderers have picked the yard clean at this point. There's also a crash of thunder and a lightning behind the manor as well. Storm's probably coming in a little bit.
Do I notice anything watching us?
No, not out here anyway.
Does the manor house seem to have a roof?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure does.
Okay.
Sarah, you're next.
If it's raining, I'm going to go inside.
Okay, so you head up to the door, and you can move up to the door. You see that it's slightly ajar. There's no light coming from inside.
There's no light coming from inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a torch.
Okay.
And I suppose I'm going to turn on my torch and go inside.
All right. Go ahead and start our 30-minute countdown. So this is 30 real minutes, not 30 in-game minutes.
Okay. I have 2 torches, and now I'm using one, just so everybody knows.
Okay. I have one if at any point we need another, so.
I think I have one.
I have a question. I have a lantern. Does that still fall under the 30-minute rule?
Lanterns will last an hour.
No, I have 2 torches.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Jim?
All right. I'm going to go jump up to the porch because, I can't get my fingers wet.
Okay.
Messes up my dexterity.
Oh, boo-hoo.
as the half-orc and the halfling both get to the courtyard towards the door, you both do see there are some like very thin barred windows that you could look inside. Again, there's not much. Well, there's a little bit more torchlight now because there's a torch.
All right, I'll go peek through the window.
Okay. It looks like there's a hallway that runs like right in front of you, and it runs and curves around or turns. You can look one way and you see the foyer, and you look the other way and you see the hallway bending north.
What happens if I look up? How tall is this manor house?
You looking inside, it's probably about a 10-foot ceiling.
No, I mean, I'm still standing outside, right?
Oh, so outside you're looking, it's a 12-foot.
Okay, it's not like
wall.
a 2 or 3 story.
It's kind of a story and a half.
Okay. All right. So, can I pull on the bars and see if they'll come off?
Sure. No, they're you can jiggle them a little bit, but they're pretty firmly set.
All right, I'll go inside against my better
Okay.
judgment.
Okay. And finally, Misty.
Yeah, I'm going in too. I'm following the light.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What you see when you get into the foyer, you see a long hallway that heads straight to another room that you can barely make out anything at this point. To the left, as you walk in, however, there's a door that's slightly ajar. It looks like a cloak closet. In the sort of half in, half out of the door, there's a corpse. And actually, there are two corpses. One looks humanoid. The other is of a sort of a ginger Rottweiler dog. Both appear to be dead.
I mean, nobody
How
taught
fresh
these
do they
people.
look?
Nobody taught these people any manners. They're leaving their doors ajar. They're leaving their corpses laying around. What kind of people are these?
People that don't mind having sharing the skeletons in their closets, apparently. Ah.
Boom.
So how dead are we talking? Like a couple of hours?
Yeah,
couple of
how
days?
fresh
Really,
are
are they
they?
stinky?
They are dead enough that the smell has faded somewhat.
Oh, good. Phew.
So pretty
So
dead.
mummy.
Can I go check the bodies?
Sure can.
I'll go over with you with the torchlight so you can see.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to want to stick my head in the closet.
Okay.
Okay.
Misty, what are you going to do?
I'm following the light.
Okay.
I like the light. It makes me comfortable.
Don't take that too seriously, man. Following the light can take you bad places, like
I'm
before they
going into
went.
the
You know?
light, Sarah.
I keep wanting to
Don't
say that's
go
called a
into the
light.
light.
I don't know.
So you
This
see
house is not clean.
the corpse appears to be an elf, appears to be male. He was dressed, or they were dressed in leather armor. There's an empty sword sheath, and there's a empty dagger sheath as well. Although you do find a small knife in one boot, and there's no coins except underneath the body where a couple coins must have fallen. There are 2 silver coins underneath. Pretty poor treasure. Not really worth any experience, but certainly, hey, now you have 2 silver coins to rub together.
Right. Can we tell what killed this elf? I mean, is it fight, or are there things that might indicate that something in the closet, like a trap, like something went off in the closet
It doesn't
when they
appear
opened the
that.
door?
The throat is been torn out, and you note that the dog has several stab wounds in its underbelly,
Okay.
and a bloody muzzle.
Okay.
And I suppose there's like elf bits in its mouth. No.
Okay.
Lovely.
Dried, desiccated elf bits.
So do we think the dog attacked the elf then?
It would appear that way.
Okay.
Maybe the dog was guarding the house. Maybe. Maybe other dogs are.
Where are the weapons?
Yeah, where are the weapons?
Was
They don't-
the
I mean, I'm
dagger?
just an orc. I'm no detective or anything, but
No, but that is a good question.
Was the dagger on the floor, or was it like inside the dog's rotted carcass?
You don't see the dagger or the sword anywhere.
Yeah, there was a knife in
that's
his
not good.
boot.
Just a knife in the boot.
Oh, knife in his boot. Okay, sorry.
But the knife in the boot was not bloody.
yeah.
Right.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
But something stabbed the dog.
So,
Right.
What?
Jim, the cloak closet does have 2 cloaks in it.
All right.
One of the cloaks is kind of threadbare and it's obviously deteriorating. It's been here a long time. The other is wool. It's green. It's in good condition.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Well, before I do that, do I sense anything weird about it? Other than the
It's
fact it
really-
probably needs to be cleaned.
For everything else in here appears to be 10 years of decay and whatever. But this cloak is actually in really good condition.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it out.
Okay.
Put it on.
It
Yeah,
takes
put it
the
on.
chill. It's a little big for your halfling, but it does take the chill out of the air.
Take what I can get. Is it fashionable though?
It is fashionable.
Does the crappy one fit me?
Yeah, it does.
All right, I'm gonna take that. I don't care.
It sort of takes the chill out of the air.
That's why they called him
Better.
Legolas.
Better than nothing.
So you have two options. There's a hallway that appears to be lined with poor stone gargoyle-like figures, one of which has fallen to the ground and smashed. And then there's an empty hallway that sort of runs to the east and then turns north.
Let's check out the gargoyles.
I'm going to draw
Why
my
not?
short sword
Okay.
and poke a gargoyle.
All right. So, Jim, roll a d12 for me.
Yeah.
Jessica, also roll a d12 for me.
See if I can find my D12. There we go. Okay. I got a 7.
4.
Okay. Both of you poke stone. They appear to be stone. They don't move or anything like that.
What do they look
Okay.
like?
Yeah.
They're probably like small halfling child size, but they're small. They sit like this. They have their wings about them. The stone, the smashed one, you can tell the stone is that they're made of is kind of on the brittle side.
And these are in the hallway?
Yeah, so they lined. There's like a little ledge that goes along the walls, and they're sort of lining. They're sitting on that ledge, like they're all very,
Right, but they're
How many
are
inside
there?
the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many are there in total?
12. Although technically 11. One of them is broken.
11.
So what happens if I
Are
push
there-
one of them over?
How big?
3 feet, 4 feet.
3 feet. Okay. Huh.
Are there doors along the walls or anything that?
Nope. No doors
Huh.
along the walls.
Is the one that's broken, does it look like it was hollow?
Yes, actually.
Was there
Great, I'm gonna-
candy inside?
Great. I'm going to shove one of them
Pinatas.
over.
You'd eat it.
The one that you had poked already?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength. Hold on. Make me a. Find the DC list here. So make me a hard, which is a DC 15 strength roll.
All right. Hang on a second. I got a 12.
Pulling on it, it's just it's poor stone, but it's put in place pretty well. In fact, it's much more. You're doing much more damage to the wall than you are to the gargoyle.
Did you climb up to it, or?
No, you can reach it. It's just right. It's
But
like
he's itty bitty.
no,
Yeah,
he can
is
probably
kind of small.
he can reach it.
Oh
Come here. I need to stand on your back, get a better level.
no! I'll just if that's easily reachable, I'll walk over and try to lift one up
Yeah, they're about head height for most of you.
for human. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to lift one.
Which one are you going to try to lift?
The same one he was fiddling with.
Okay. Number 4.
Since he wants it so badly, I'll try to lift it down for him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me for you as well to be a hard. Actually, he's loosened it a little bit, so for you to be a normal, a DC 12 strength
Okay.
check.
That would be 13.
Okay, so you walk over, tear it off the wall.
And I put it down on the ground and go, here you go, little guy.
I want to break the damn thing.
Well, now you can reach it better and you can break it. It's broken a little because I've yanked it off the wall.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just give me a DC 9 break check. You can just melee attack it.
11.
Yep. You smash it and it comes apart. It's also hollow inside. And there's a tiny little heart. It's basically about just a couple inches. It's made out of some red stone.
Sweet, I'm gonna grab that.
But not candy.
It looks like a candy, but I mean, you don't know. It looks like a red stone.
You
It
got
could,
it
in
off the
fact, be
wall.
candy.
Get the rest for my heart.
It is like figurative heart shaped, not actual heart shaped. So
Right.
That's disappointing.
I'm gonna,
That is disappointing. Yeah. You said there were 10 of these now
There's
There are now
10 of them now.
Correct.
left.
Yep.
Okay. Can I just start like swinging my sword at him?
Okay, which one are you going to start swinging at?
The first one in the hallway, I guess. Whatever's
Okay.
closest to me.
Okay, so you're just going to go down and start smashing them open?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's gonna take forever if we have to drag him off the wall, and then he's gonna hit
And
him,
then
and
have him smash them.
it's gonna be forever. So yeah.
Hulk
Okay.
smash.
So you're going
Aw.
through.
Pretty.
Aww.
You find
That's
after
like
you
candy.
get through number 5, you found a total of 3 more of these hearts.
Huh.
And as
One
you
for each
get
of us.
to number 6, you note that as you're rearing back, number 6 sort of stands up, jumps on the floor, and actually grows inside.
I had a feeling that was
Uh-oh.
going to happen.
Damn it.
What?
So one person, the hallway is big enough for one other person who's standing beside the half-orc.
Remember, I have the light.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Fine.
so
I
I'm
started
probably me because I'm probably nosing around trying to figure out if there's something going on with the walls. Because I was going to ask about hidden doors and stuff. So more
I'll
than
roll you
likely,
for
I'm
it.
close to the light.
All
Because
right.
I'm dumb.
Let Jess do it.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and roll initiative. Let me double check. I'm going to double check all the rolls. This creature, by the way, is close to, well, really to all of you. So let me get down to, okay. Pardon me while I reference. And okay, so what's everybody's initiative? Sarah?
16.
Okay. Misty?
9.
Oh, Jim, you're 9?
I'm 14.
7.
15?
Yeah.
Jessica 7. Our friend is 11.
I also have a question.
Sure.
I can go invisible for 3 rounds. If I do that, can I also attack during the same round?
No, that the going invisible is your action. You could move and go invisible, but not attack and go invisible.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing with that.
No problem. Let's find. Okay. Sarah, you're first. The the gargoyle jumps down, grows big size, looks like it's going to attack, and it's your go.
All right, I've already got my sword back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably just going to continue that attack.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Okay, now, sorry about this. This is the first time I'm looking at this character sheet, and it's been a long time since I've played a D&D like campaign. What modifiers am I adding? Sorry.
All right, let me see. You know what?
Looks like strength, mighty, weapon mastery, and fighter.
I think it might have done all a lot of the stuff for you, but yeah, let me double check real quick.
Okay. It also says +5, so it might just be +5. I don't know.
I do believe that is the case, but let me double check.
Okay. Sorry, everybody.
No, you're good. So +2 from strength. And
I know
you
we're
get 1
losing
from weapon mastery. You get 1 for you get 1 for your weapon mastery. You get 1 for your fighter talent, and you get 1 for being mighty. So yes, +5 to your roll.
Okay. That would be a 16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So you roll a d8 plus
2, it looks like.
I believe so, yes.
Ooh, 10.
Okay. With 1 mighty blow, the half-orc hits the gargoyle, and it comes apart.
Wow.
Splat.
And as it sort of, it doesn't even get a sort of retributive strike or doesn't call out. It just sort of silently crumbles in front of you all, and there's a tinkling of, or I guess, the dunk of coin on wooden floor.
Ha!
Ooh.
I'm going to go check out the coins.
Is there also a shiny
yeah.
candy-like heart in this gargoyle?
No, but there is a real stone heart in it. It doesn't have any like intricate, valve system or blood flow or anything like that. But there is an actual heart-shaped heart.
That's interesting.
8.
So are the coins.
Yeah. You scoop up 11 silver and 10 copper coins.
Ooh.
I should probably write that down too. I mean, I have it written down, but
Thank God I'm going to need a drink for therapy after this.
Are you going to finish smashing the rest of the gargoyles?
Hell yeah!
I think we should.
You find another 3 candy hearts.
Yay.
So that's 4 total that we've got.
No, it's
4
7.
candy hearts.
I think it's 7. Yep, 7 candy hearts. Yep.
7 candy hearts.
And 1 stone cold
and 1 gray
in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
gray stone organ heart.
All right. You now are standing in a long hallway, the foyer, however you pronounce it. The light is shining a little bit into the great room beyond, and of course it goes back, shines the entranceway. What would you like to do? And the hallway is now filled with stone debris.
What's at the far end of the hall that we can see?
It opens up into a larger room. You can see a little bit of furniture, but not much else.
Sure, let's check that out. Or I will. I guess that probably means I need a torch.
Yeah.
How big is the room?
Just tell me what you want me to smash next. I'll be happy to help.
Yeah.
I hold the light
large
and I
is the
smash
room?
this, whatever. That's me.
Jessica, to answer your previous question, no, there are no hidden doors in the hallway.
Okay. How large is the room we're approaching?
It's hard to say because it's pretty big. The light doesn't encompass it. You get into the room and you see Area must have once been magnificent. Even in its ruined state, the design and furnishings are worthy of a monarch. On the west wall, so to your left, is a giant fireplace, several stuffed chairs, and a half-closed door. On the east wall, which is to your right, are shelves lined with books, mathematical and historical. Many appear to be fiction published by the enigmatic Falstaff. A dire name if ever one was heard.
Indeed.
Somebody bring me that torch. I'll light them all. I'll light them all.
I
Always
take
start throwing them into the
before I wonder,
fireplace.
are you kidding? And then I step back.
To the north are two staircases that head up to a second floor to that half area, and to a second floor balcony. And between them, on the north wall, is a thick wooden chair raised up from the floor, bounded on one side by an altar, and on the other, an apparent full wet bar.
All right.
Now we're talking.
Can we fire up the fireplace and hit the bar?
Okay,
Yes,
so let's get a little order to this chaos. We'll go back to our original initiative. So Jessica, you go first. What are you doing?
I'm going to check the side with the fireplace and work my way down the wall and checking everything, checking for traps, doing my usual business, checking for things that I can put in my pocket that are valuable, that sort of thing, because I know that our other partner in crime is probably going to go get a drink, so that's okay. And I'll light the fireplace too, because hey, why not?
Okay, so you go up to the fireplace. All the accoutrements are there. You sort of like play with the flute, and if you're like me, you play with it for like 10 minutes and try to figure out the exact best way for it. And as you go ahead and you go to light the fireplace, you hear a scuffling and a ruffling, and suddenly there's many things come flying out of the fireplace. Go ahead and make me a hard DC 15 wisdom check.
Okay.
As a flock of bats come streaming out of the fireplace at you.
Hey, at least it's not squirrels.
Oh, yeah. At least it's not squirrels or rats. I got a 4.
The rats are later. Okay, so you hear the careening and the screaming, and the bats come flying out. They hit you in the face, which is very rude. And you're knocked over, and you're doing that. Everyone else can see the flock of bats comes pouring straight out, and they turn towards they fly around a little bit, bump into people, and then they're headed toward the exit. For the next, and I'll get a timer over here. For the next 10 minutes, you are going to be at disadvantage to your rolls because you're hearing the cries of the bats in your ears.
Oh my lord. Okay.
But did we get the fireplace lit?
Not yet.
No, they flew in my freaking face.
Sarah, what would the half-orc like to do?
I would like to attempt to light the fireplace because my arm's getting tired.
Okay.
But I'm gonna kind of approach it from like the side, maybe like sneak up on it a little bit and try to light it that way.
Okay.
The creepy crawlies are gone.
A final bat
I don't know
comes
that.
out. Okay, a final bat does come out. And doesn't terrorize anyone, but it flies around a little bit and flies off. You can the wood here that's in the fireplace or wood you can also grab. It's termite ridden. It's rotten, so it lights up pretty quick.
Okay.
There's also some back guano you could see. So for our purposes, back guano is very flammable, and it goes whoosh. And there's now a warming, raging fire, at least for a little while in the.
Yay, that's good because our torch is running low.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm gonna go see, is there any food anywhere? Because smashing up 12 gargoyles. I'm hungry.
The only possibility of food that you see would be perhaps at the wet bar.
Okay, I'll go look at that.
Okay. Oops, there we go. And Jim, what are you doing?
So I'm going to go check out the wet bar first. What do I see?
Okay. You get there and you see there are 6 glass bottles, each with various liquids in them. Most of them are a sort of an amber color, although there is one that is turquoise and one that is clear.
Drink the turquoise. Go for the blue.
Okay.
Excellent.
So as the half-orc comes over, you see the other halfling grab a bottle of turquoise liquid and have himself a drink. Jim, go ahead and make me a hard DC 15 Constitution check, please.
4.
Okay.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
Bad idea, little buddy.
You actually lose a point of Constitution for
Oops.
at least for 30 minutes. So, but it tasted good. It tastes real good, and you feel pretty proud of yourself at this point.
So it was basically just some really nasty liquor. Like you just drank a bottle of Jägermeister or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Now it's time to set all this.
What'd you find over there, man?
Here, try the blue stuff.
It's
Oh,
delicious.
acid is pretty.
Misty, you're up.
I'm gonna go drop myself into the big smushy chair that sort of looks like a throne, even though you didn't say that.
Okay, you do. When you get over to it, you notice something. There's like a, or maybe it's like a diamond-shaped hole in it that sits right at where the person's back would be. And you can look through there, and in the flickering fireplace light, you can see like a bit of looks like maybe a crossbow behind there.
Okay.
And if you look around, you see that there is a fired, it's not loaded, crossbow that sits, that's sort of mechanism that's behind this throne-like chair.
Okay, but it is not loaded. It has been fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will take a chance and sit down.
Okay. You do hear a click when you sit down, but you get nothing comes through, and as you're feeling around, you feel there's like a little button as well that may or may not make it safe to sit there.
Okay. I'm kind of liking this. I want one of these for my house.
You can see some uses for that.
Right? Invite somebody over for dinner and, then kill them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, go sit in my chair, please. Okay.
I'm hanging one leg over one arm of the chair and just kind of chilling. Somebody bring me a drink. So
try the blue stuff.
Jessica, you're up.
Yeah.
You see, you still hear the cries of the bats in your ears, but there is, and the torch itself is fading, but there's plenty of light from the fireplace.
All right. I think I'm going to make my way up to the wet bar because I'm curious about the green stuff now. Can I have a drink? Maybe it'll clear the bats out of my head. Or not. But hell, why not? So can I take a drink?
Jim, do you relinquish your green stuff?
No, I had the blue stuff. She's getting the green stuff.
Oh, right. Oh, yes.
Yeah, but you're at the
That was
bar.
blue and clear.
I will pour her a shot of the green stuff.
All right.
Yeah, There's a turquoise and a clear, and then the rest of it's
Okay.
amber.
Turquoise, the turquoise stuff.
All right. You wrestle it from.
Or I
Jim?
get him to pour me a shot or to pour me a drink of it.
All right.
We're going to be civilized here.
Go ahead and make me a hard con check, please.
Okay, so I got a 17.
All right. So, yeah, you know what? You don't really care about those bats. You don't care about them.
Yeah.
So it sort of clears your head, but you definitely are drunk.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay!
I look at my fighter companion and go, well, the thieves are drunk.
Yep. Typical.
Sarah, you come
Right?
you come up to the wet bar.
Great party.
There's no food on top. There's some raisins that used to be grapes sometime a long time ago. But nothing on top of the wet bar. There are some doors underneath.
All right. I'll open the first one.
Okay. You see there's like some silverware. There are some glass shot glasses. And there's a lot of like looks like valuable.
Shiny.
Yeah, valuable stuff as far as that goes. There's also some stuff to make mixed drinks, that sort of thing.
Okay. I'll put the loot up on the bar for everyone to see, kind of split it up or whatever we're going to do with it. Hey, shiny stuff.
Too.
And there's a second door you can open as well.
Okay, I'll open that one too.
So in here, the first thing you spot actually is a plate full of mold. Oh, gosh, the cheese would probably be like pure mold at this point. And there appears to be, you kind of notice that something has chewed its way into here. But then you notice there are a couple beady red eyes looking up at you. And as whatever it is, as it sees you, it sort of like it leans over it's over the moldy cheese. And you can see that it's a rat, but a rat of unusual size.
Still better than squirrels.
That's true. And it has mold all up and down its body and its mouth and on its claws and
the mold rat.
It's a mold rat. So let's
I
all
hate
go ahead.
But is it a naked mold rat?
Oh, no.
The thieves are definitely drunk.
No rats.
There's elf bits everywhere, apparently.
Elf bits yes, there are elf bits everywhere.
That was one yummy elf, let me tell you.
I know, right?
All right.
Can we go check on the elf? Maybe he's jerky now. And
a sandwich for the road. Okay, go ahead and roll initiative for me if you would.
19. Finally get a decent roll.
Oh, I also got I got 18.
So you got 18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jessica?
2.
2? Okay. And Misty?
Yes, 2.
2, okay. I'm sorry, Jessica, what did you get?
23.
23. Oh, wow, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Shot me too.
It's too bad you're drunk.
Yeah. I mean,
very efficient at falling over.
Right. And apparently all my creatures go on 11s tonight. Okay. So the situation is we have the two halflings who are drinking on the turquoise swill. We have one fighter in the chair, sort of lounging around like she's queen for a day. And we have the half-orc fighter, once again, who I guess, won the prize and has triggered the encounter with a very deadly-looking rat.
Yay! You're welcome,
Mold
everybody.
rat.
Thanks so much.
Um, and the torch is out, by the way, but you still have some light from the fireplace. So, Jessica, what are you doing?
Am I still running at disadvantage?
No, the drink cured that for you.
Cleared that. Okay.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure. Has the rat seen me? I've got advantage though, so probably not.
No, it has not seen you.
Okay, so that's good. So I'm going to attempt to pull out my dagger and backstab that thing.
Okay, give it a whirl.
All right, let's see. I'll watch me get a 1 or something stupid. Ah, close. Okay, so backstab if you hit a creature. I don't think I even hit it. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so basically you leaned in with your dagger and you got your arm caught on the door. It makes a loud banging sound, and the rat now knows you're there. And like the cheese goes spilling off, and the plate smashes, and the rat is really upset now.
All right, it's because I'm drunk.
All right, Jim.
I'm gonna throw the bottle of the green stuff or the blue stuff at the rat and tell
No.
somebody to throw it in the fireplace. We got more booze. This wasn't that good anyway.
Okay. Go ahead and make a range attack.
Shit, what is that? Which roll was that?
That'll be Dex.
Yeah. Sorry. 20.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll a D4 and another D4. But give them
First
to me
D4
separately.
is a 1, and the second D4 is a 4. So that's 5.
Okay. So the initial blow hits the rat and sort of knocks his eyes around in a circle. And then the other blow actually does a little bit of damage to him. So. All right. Sarah, is your go.
Can I pull my sword on it and try to stab him, or am I too
Sure,
close?
absolutely. Yep.
Okay, that's what we're gonna try to do. Stupid rat. Oh, that wasn't great. 13.
Actually, that's enough to hit a rat.
Yes. And a 5.
Okay. You're noticing that a lot of the mold and stuff is like soaking up the damage. It's getting knocked off him. It's still damaged. The rat is still damaged, but it's not dead.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, I'm going to say, Jessica, you're 1 and 2. Jim, you're 3 and 4. Sarah, you're 5 and 6. The rat is going to get down. Go ahead, and it's going to attack the little halfling, Jim. What's your armor class?
My armor class is where's the damn thing? I've got leather armor. Bring it up.
I won't even roll 11, so I don't think we hit you.
Okay, I was trying to look. I thought I had it written down, but I don't.
So 10 plus your dex, plus I think leather
Yeah.
makes it 11 plus your dex.
Yeah, that sounds right. Plus, I get a 1 armor class from the armor, so that puts me at 12.
Yep, there we go. Yep. So, but it only gets an 11, so that misses. Misty.
I'm pulling out my sword and taking my shot.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I've got a 15 before I add any bonuses. Does that
You
hit?
hit. You
Okay,
hit.
I thought so. All right, then 1d8, 1d8. Where's my 8 sign-in? There it is. 8 plus 5 is 13. Yes, 13, 14.
Okay.
14.
So you just like cut this rat right in half. When it half dies, there's an explosion of blood and also spores. So I need everyone to make a Constitution, an easy one, DC 13, DC or 12, I think. Oh, let me check. Or I should say a normal. Normal is. Come on, PDF, help me out here. Normal to DC 12. So DC 12 con check, please.
14.
Good.
Oh, 5.
Sorry, 13, because, 13.
7.
8.
Okay. So those who failed, just mark down that you got spores.
Okay.
What does that mean? Are they on my clothes, or did I breathe them in, or are they
You
in my
breathe- you-
hair?
Yes, on the clothes and hair, but yeah, you breathe them in.
Ah!
And you're choking, and it's like, ah. Yeah.
Spitting on the floor.
Gross.
Okay. All right, you have a dead rat, some moldy cheese, some spores in the air, a fireplace that's starting to fall down a little bit.
Where's that alcohol? I need something to wash my mouth out.
Yeah, me too. And then I'm
Yeah.
about done with this room, I think. Rats and rats and ugh.
The turquoise is smashed, so it's all over the floor now.
You got
But
some
there is a
amber.
clear, and there are 4 amber drinks.
Clear for
I'll
me.
take an amber.
Amber.
So who's drinking the clear?
Me.
Okay. It is the worst tasting water you've ever tasted.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Ugh.
But it does clear. At least it does clear out the spores from your mouth.
Okay, well, I guess it's better than the spores.
The amber tastes like whiskey.
Woohoo!
So, who's drinking the amber?
I'm taking a little swallow, swishing it, spitting it out, and then drinking the rest.
Okay. Jessica, are you drinking anything?
I'm not drinking.
Okay.
I've had
Jim,
enough.
you the turquoise and the amber don't really mix very well, so you've got a bit of a rumbly tumbly.
Oh,
But nothing else happens with regard to that. You're just like, ugh. Somebody get me some salt.
the halfling's little tum-tum got a boo-boo.
No.
It is not as well tuned as mine.
All right, so the light is starting to fade. How do you all want to light another torch, light a lantern?
I'll light a torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw some more books in the fireplace. Keep it going while we're gone.
Hell yeah. I want to search the damn books and toss them all. Anything important in the books.
Okay. All right. The books themselves are all mostly historical fiction. There's stories about monster hunters in there as well.
I'm sticking the torch to the books.
Okay.
Just on the walls.
But nothing that interesting in the books themselves. No really heavy, no magical tomes. There's no heavy philosophical texts. Nothing out of the ordinary in that regard. Just a reminder, the other things in the room, sort of opposite the wet bar and next to the throne, is an altar. And there's also in the west wall, there's a door, and there are 2 staircases.
I'm going to go lay on
I
the
want to
altar.
check the. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the halflings head towards the altar. Sarah, what is it your half-orc doing?
I'm heading for the door. I'm done with this room.
Okay. Misty?
Over it.
I am holding action because I'm fascinated to see what happens when the halfling lays on the altar. But
Okay.
I'm gonna stand closer to the door.
Okay, so you're headed towards the door.
Yeah.
So what
They're
we'll do.
actually going to lay on the altar.
I'm going to jump up there and spread out on the altar.
Let's go ahead
How did I
and
end up?
Shots.
we'll do the door first. You get over to the door, and it smells faintly. There's like an odor to it, but whatever was in here was dried. You can tell that it's in sort of indoor facilities. You look in there, and you have a little bit of light from the fireplace. You can look in there. Doesn't appear to be anything in here, but it's not enough light to really tell.
Okay. I guess I can use my torch too, but that seems like a waste. So I'll just wait until the halflings are done doing whatever it is that they're doing in their drunken state, and then we'll move on.
Okay. Then, Jim, give me a throw yourself on the altar roll, please. And you were holding a torch, is that right? Your halfling has a torch? Okay.
Should I hold the
3.
torch for you while you do this?
So the halfling jumps on the altar. The torch goes flying out of his hand, which we'll find out what happens to that in just a moment. And you hear the sort of this thud, and then he rolls back off because the altar isn't that wide. You knocked off some religious paraphernalia belonging to who was it?
Oh, that's never good.
No, I think he's done pissed off a god. That's
Gods
okay.
don't like it when you knock their stuff over.
Yeah. Seems par for the course.
Shoon the vial.
Oh.
Great.
Ooh.
And you hear a faint cackle that comes from nowhere and everywhere.
I made him laugh.
Jasper.
Is there a window anywhere?
Not in the great room.
I can tell you this door doesn't go anywhere, so forget that.
Yeah, it goes to the indoor shitter, basically. But.
Yeah. We're going up.
Which is where he probably should have gone. But now we're anyway.
But now we've got a god's attention. Yay.
Yay.
You were looking at the altar also,
I was.
Okay.
Yes.
You look around and you do find the idol of Shoon. This is represented in this particular case of a tall, sort of death-like figure. But you've seen other representations as well. This is like a particular subcult, maybe. But there was a candle, and it's broken. There was the idol, which is intact, and there was an offering plate as well that has bits that's made of, looks like brass, and has sort of this like a dark discoloration to it as well in the middle.
Okay. I'm scared. I'm drunk, but I'm scared and smart enough to know not to screw around with that. I'm not touching those things.
Okay.
I'm looking around to see if there's anything else of interest to try to figure out if maybe there's something that actually caused that laugh besides a crazed god that's going to kill us all. on the off chance that maybe he just triggered something. I'm trying to look for logic here. Is what I'm trying to do.
You think it was like the doorbell?
There's not any. There's no logic.
Am I standing up yet? Can I go play with the idol?
You sure can.
Good Lord.
Oh my God, I am up the stairs as soon as
I'm
my
trying to-
I am
initiative comes
right,
around.
and I am right behind you.
Well, hold on.
Get
Let's
my
start out.
bullet.
Hey, Jim, go ahead and roll D6 for me.
No.
2.
Your torch has gone out, so that torch is dead. So there's basically no light in here except for the faint embers of the fireplace.
Can I relight it?
No, once it's dead, it's dead.
All right.
Who has the lantern?
I have the
Astrid.
lantern. Can I light my lantern?
That might be a good
You
idea.
sure can.
Let's do it.
While you're doing that, you do hear another cackle that again comes from everywhere and nowhere.
Doorbell.
Will you get off that thing and come over here, you idiot?
Is there any liquor left at the bar? Because I'm not going to die sober.
There's a couple ambers left, yeah.
I'm going to
now,
pull
what
out
do
my
you?
crossbow.
So while we'll get back to the halfling and the idol next. The rest of you do you want to go upstairs at this point?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the most direct route away from this.
Okay. That would be the western staircase. They both go to the same landing. You reach the top of the staircase, and you look around, and obviously you can see down and whatever's going to happen to the halfling with the idol. But once you're up here, you see you see 3 doors, I should say. All doors are closed.
I hate puzzles. I'll go through whatever one is closest to me.
All right, so that would be the west door.
Okay.
Okay. You
Try that
go
one.
through the west
With
door.
with my sword out and everything.
With your sword out. Okay.
Yeah.
And who has okay, so have Jessica, you have the
Lantern.
Lantern.
Okay.
So,
So you go through the west door and you see a bedroom. And it's a large 4-poster bed. Everything here is dusty. On the bed is
More elf turkey.
Huh? No, not more elf turkey. A desiccated corpse. It's wearing a green dress. There's a pair of boots sort of scattered on the floor beside the bed. There's a single glass goblet by the stand. It has a red liquid in it. And also on the floor, sort of in I think probably the best way to describe it is in positions of pain where they must have died painfully. 2 men, one looks a little old. Well, it's hard to tell, but one's a little older than the other, maybe just by the color of the hair. They both look like there's no obvious wounds, at least not yet, and both of them sort of died with their hands around their throats.
All right.
Around their own throats or each other's throats?
Their own throats.
Okay. Okay.
how old do the bodies look once again? How long
Older
have
than
they
the
been
dead
dead?
elf. Older than the dead elf.
Oh, okay. And
So
it's
maybe 10 years old.
okay. So they're desiccated, probably. I'm just trying to get a visual in my head.
Yep, they're
Okay.
desiccated. Yep.
Okay.
Are we all looking in this room, or is it just Jessica's character?
Well, Sarah actually
I'm in there.
went in first.
You're
So
in there.
Sarah's
Okay.
in there.
And I'm wherever Sarah is, I'm there because she's the light, and I'm staying with.
No,
the light.
Jessica's the light now.
I'm the light
then
now,
wherever
'cause I'm the
Jessica
lantern.
is where I am. Okay. The point.
That's a fun character trait.
The point of all that questioning was, if I can see the bodies, I'm going to take my spear and kind of nudge at them.
okay.
Does anything rise up from the
So
Ready up.
older man, younger man, woman on the bed. Which one are you poking?
Whoever's in the middle.
Okay, younger man then.
Okay.
You poke it and nothing happens. Of course, just sort of rocks back and forth. Nothing in particular happens. Maybe like the elbow sort of breaks off. But that's
Okay.
about it.
No spores rise up.
No spores.
No
Okay.
zombies.
Well, speaking of which,
Aw.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Don't say anything about the spores.
Dang it. I hate when I accidentally remind the DM of things.
Sarah, what do you want to do in the room?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go look at the bed situation closer, the corpse, the cup, all whatever is going on there.
Okay, so you have the woman on the bed. She seems to have died peacefully. It's a large, let's call it like a king sized or queen, a king sized bed. It's fancy, but obviously everything's dusty. She died with her, hands over her eyes are closed. Although they may have come open at this point, I'm not sure. I'm not a forensic expert. But like I said, she appears to die peacefully. The goblet, everything is dusty. And as you get closer, you see the red liquid actually has little bits of something in it.
Elf.
Ew.
Oh no.
But I can't tell what it is, right?
Yeah, they looked like little small, you just barely get able to see little small white, for what for us might be like little tiny styrofoam balls, like about this big.
Okay.
But they're obviously not styrofoam balls, but that's what they look like.
Okay. And the liquid, can I tell what that is?
It's an amber liquid, so probably either, well, if you can sniff it, it's some sort of like an amaretto type of smell.
Nummy.
Heavy and cherry, and tinged with a little bit of something else you're not familiar with.
Okay. Well, good thing the other little guy isn't here, or that would be gone probably,
Right.
and he would be
He'd
dead.
be dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Question. Because of my expertise, would I be able to recognize what that extra stuff might be?
Oh yeah. What? Let me take a look real quick. What expertise would that be?
Well, I'm just wondering. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a scout.
You suspect it's probably some kind of poison.
Yeah, I'm suspecting. Would I know what it was specifically? Would I be trained that far yet?
Probably not. Probably not.
I have a suspicion, but as a player, I have a suspicion what it is. But okay, just wondered.
It's gumdrops. It's gumdrops, of course.
Oh yeah, it's gumdrops.
It's candy hearts.
Yeah,
Candy.
those candy hearts and all ground up.
All right, so let's break away for a moment and let's go back down to the great room.
What?
So you are you picking up the idol?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the idol to the bar. I'm going to pour her a shot, and I'm going to sing the famous ode where Shun the Vile continues to embrace her love and the forbidden love with Ord.
Okay. All right.
Then I'm going to go upstairs.
That's it.
Maybe.
So everyone upstairs hears this. Well, actually, you know what? Just give me a performance check. Just go ahead and roll d20 and your charisma.
Mysterious, eerie singing from below.
Or any charisma.
What are we rolling?
That's a 13 and
no, just Jim.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 13 and you asked for the performance check. I've got a charisma of 17.
somewhat surprisingly, you hear a really good rendition of this sort of bawdy tale, I assume, between Shun and Ord, at least by religious standards. But it's actually well done, right? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, at least he can carry a tune. There's no doubt about that.
I'll give it up for that. All right.
And then you hear some feet coming up the stairs.
Oh, God. Hide the cup.
Yeah, really.
I'm literally gonna hide the cup under the bed.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
please
fine.
do.
Yep, no problem. Where are you hiding the cup at?
I was gonna under the bed, I guess.
Okay, you just like,
I was
yeah,
gonna check under the bed anyway. So
no problem. Okay. Go ahead and you go ahead and check under the bed. There's like a couple socks that are, obviously that have been that are not matched. There are a couple pairs of moth-eaten or rat-chewed-on slippers. There's a there's a something shiny under there.
Can I like pull it out with my? Can I like poke at it with my sword, or like try to get it out with my sword instead of my hand?
Sure. You should do that.
You want me
Just
to-
go ahead and reach in with your sword and drag it out. You find a small jeweled bracelet.
Oh,
Looks like it's made out of bronze and copper. And if you clean it up with that tarnished stuff they used to sell on TV, it probably is worth pretty penny.
cool. I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and there's also a glass full of red liquid under here now. So
Shh, nobody say anything.
I mean, no, there isn't though.
We
anything
saw
about
nothing.
Other things in the room, there's no closet or anything in here. There is a chest, however, where you might store clothes. And there is a sword, as you're getting more into the room now, you see there is a sword stand with a rusty sort of broadsword on it.
I'll check the chest out.
Okay.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
I will attempt to unlock it. I'll check for traps first.
Okay. You do not find any traps.
Okay. Then I will attempt to unlock the lock.
Okay. Give me a normal dexterity check. I think you might get some bonuses for that.
Yeah, I do.
Want me to hold your
Let's see if
lantern while you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please do. Okay, let's try this.
I have the lantern.
So I even with my dexterity bonus, I didn't do it this time. I only got a 5 because I'm rolling like crap.
Okay.
So.
You mess around with it a little bit, and it doesn't come through. Do you want to go ahead and give it another try?
I'll give it another try.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So I got a natural 20, so I got a 23.
Okay. So the first attempt was like you worried you broke one of your picks. The second one you just sort of like stuck it straight in, and you hear a and it unlocks.
Yay. Open it up.
Okay. As you open it up, the first thing you notice is that there's a wooden crown in here. It's sort of like a band more than a crown, right? But it's clearly in the shape of what you would expect to be something a monarch might wear.
Okay.
So this must have been the what's her face that was in charge of everything.
Right.
I don't remember her name. It started with an A.
Yep. That is what's her face?
Yeah. I told you.
Yeah,
that's
who
what
I can't remember either.
Aldria.
Aldria. Yeah.
Yep.
Aldria, yeah.
So Aldria, yeah, you get the impression this might have been Aldria, in theory. The other stuff in here are, there's a set of, it looks like, at least on the surface, battle armor. But when you sort of, when you touch it, you realize it's mostly just for show. So yes, it's
Okay.
technically chainmail, but it's chainmail that's not going to stop a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, it's just okay. Anything else in here?
Nope, that's it. Just the sort of the armored regalia and the wooden crown.
Okay. Any secret panels or anything weird in here to check to look for or to see?
Go ahead. You search around a little bit. You do find a hidden panel, but there's nothing in it, which
Okay.
seems strange.
Somebody beat me to it. Yeah, somebody beat me to the punch. Maybe some of these other guys who are now jerky.
Could be.
Yeah,
Or it might have been where
Probably
she
the
kept
best.
her poison.
that could be. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's interesting. Anything else of interest in the room?
There really isn't much else in here. Like there's a chamber pot and a wash basin, but
Not much of interest. All right.
All right, we got 2 more rooms to search.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So Jim,
want
you're
to-
out in the hallway.
Yep.
You see them finishing up the room. What would you like to do? You have 2 doors that are closed.
What's the nearest door?
Probably the one to the north.
I'll go to the other one.
Okay. You go to the east door.
Yep. I'm going to look. Any traps, any locks, anything like that going on here?
The door is locked, but it does not appear to be trapped.
All right. I got a dex of 20, so I'm going to try to pick it.
Okay.
And I rolled an
It's
18.
a DC 12 is for what you need.
All right. Well, I just rolled an 18.
Yeah, you could. You get in there, you take your credit card, and you're like, all right, there we go. And that you hear a little click that you're satisfied is unlocks the door. And are you going to wait for the light, or are you just going to go in?
I'm gonna light up a torch and pull out my sword, short sword. I might have been in the blue stuff.
Okay. This room is a little bit different in tone and what it looks like from the rest. There is another altar to Shun the Vile, but this one's a little bit more elaborate, where it's sort of in a, like, goes across and it has, sort of like a C shape that faces with the cup part facing you. There are red and black candles. They are lit, in fact. And you note that there is a like a basalt, circular basalt stone in the middle of the room, not far from the altar. And above it, hanging in the air, sort of at the top, it's a beautiful individual, gender not sure. They're just a very beautiful person, almost angelic. But as it goes down, there's a certain darkness, and the clothes become charcoal in color, and it fades away to a sort of smoke that's held right above the basalt stone. And its eyes fixate on you as you come in.
I'm going to bow and greet with all welcoming eternities.
Oh, good Lord.
Good luck.
Crap.
Are you my food, or are you here to free me?
What's in it for me if I turn you loose?
I can provide you riches and eternal life.
I won't live that long, but how about the riches?
I have vast wealth.
So tell me a little bit more about what this is. And by the way, who are you?
I am the rightful heir to this forsaken place. I am Undle, and Undle the Mad. And he sort of cackles. He's self-referential in that way. It's a male voice that comes out. I am Undle the Mad, ruler of this kingdom. Trapped, unfortunately, unable to rule as I wish.
So who trapped you?
The wretched queen who once ruled here.
Oh yeah, well she's dead. That's the dead broad in the next room, right?
Yes. Yes. He's
So
like,
then
what's
why
a
aren't you
broad?
loose?
Okay, yeah. That would be her. Yes, Algia.
Algia.
Meal,
Okay, yeah.
Adrian.
So here's my first question: what was in the blue stuff in the bar?
Yeah, that's important.
Are you sure you're
Priority.
here to free me? Is there someone else perhaps I could talk to?
Speak to your manager.
She would like to speak to the halfling's manager.
So here's the question I've got, because in my experience, turning loose somebody who's been captured and trapped doesn't always work out that well for the person that does it. So what kind of guarantees can I get without the clear coding? If I turn you loose, I'm going to get the wealth, riches, and all the stuff that I want.
I've already promised you eternal life.
Like that's not a nightmare.
Okay, while this conversation is happening,
a lot of promises. I'm going to have to confer with my associates. I'll be right back.
right,
I'm going to gently shut the door behind myself.
Before we get, as you're shutting the door, I need the other three to all make normal Constitution checks for me, if you would.
Lord help.
13.
I have to tell him about the rest of us.
20.
17.
Okay. So as the halfling closes the door, you see the others sort of coughing up, and each one of you coughs up essentially a hairball. It's very uncomfortable. But you feel, and then you sort of sneeze afterwards as well. And it's sort of like mold, spore, sponge-looking thing comes out.
I knew it. Dang it.
But you feel better. Much
Yay.
better.
Okay.
So what do you want to do anything with these spores? These giant sponges that have fallen to the floor?
Oh,
No.
Okay.
I mean, my first instinct is to just run away from them as quickly as possible. I think
You can kick it. You can kick it away and be like, get away.
that's pretty much what first thought is what I'm doing.
Yeah. But you no longer feel that sort of coughing sensation that you had. So
I'm picking mine up and putting it in an extra pouch and tightening it up.
okay.
It might be useful. Maybe I can piss off the god. I don't know.
Jessica, what are you doing with yours?
I'm thinking I'm going to do the same. Weaponize this thing. Why not?
Okay. So there, one spore is been disposed of, and the other two are in pockets. Okay. So, Jim, this is what you return. Basically, it's like 2 feet. You turn around and you find that they've
We're all coughing up hairballs.
yeah.
So behind this door, we have the potential for eternal life, eternal riches, or we're going to all get slaughtered because some crazy bastard in there is stuck and hanging. Because the chickie in the bed next door to us is the one that imprisoned him. But he doesn't look all that trustworthy. He says he's the rightful heir and the rightful lord.
To us.
Do what?
If he's imprisoned and we close the door and walk away, he probably can't do much.
But it's promised us riches.
As if.
So what's in the other room? I motion we leave him alone for a minute and have
Yeah.
a
Leave him alone.
confer while we figure out what's in the other room.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with you. I think we table that and think about something else for a minute because I need a second.
Check this room and then leave and set the whole thing on fire. And
I'm
That
thinking, yeah.
that actually sounds great. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much where my head is at.
Okay. This door is warped but not locked. It's going to require strength to get through. A strength check. Who wants to go ahead and do that? Well, if anyone wants to do that.
I'll go.
Okay.
19.
12.
Okay. So you all sort of like push on the door, and it cracks open, and you open the door, and it's very warm in here. And the air is thick and humid, almost with like an incense, like walking into a New Age store. If you've ever done that, it's like smells of patchouli, and it's
And Nagchepa.
yes.
My God, it's a gate to hell.
And in here, in the dim light of the torch, or torches, you can see there are other. There are figures flitting through the smoke.
Squirrels?
They are not
Would
squirrels.
my lantern's still going, so would it cut
For
through
a
the
little
smoke a little bit better than torches?
You could see a little better, yeah, but there are these sort of smoky figures in the smoke itself.
Oh, okay.
is there anything else in the room besides smoke and creatures?
It's hard to tell. There are obviously some like incense burners where the incense is burning and puffing the smoke into the air, into the room. And now the smoke is actually starting to filter out into the hallway as well. You see very dimly there are more altar-like spaces in here. There's like small altars like the one downstairs. There are also more of those basalt circular stones on the floors, but they don't appear to be holding anyone. They are just sort of sitting there.
I'm going to swap for my crossbow and start singing Burning Down the House.
Okay.
I
Go ahead.
can't think of a reason to go in this room.
I can't either.
No. The only thing I can think is, maybe throwing the spores in there might cause some mayhem to happen. That might be fun. What does does the incense cause like us to feel anything? I mean, is it real heady or?
It's a bit heady, but it's not affecting you in any way.
Okay.
At least not with the door open. You think maybe if you were go in
there,
and
it
close the
would
door,
be
that'd be different.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, okay. Maybe we should just close this door.
Nobody wants me to sing, Joe. No one wants me to sing.
So are you going to close the door?
I can't think of a good reason not to. I mean, if you guys want to throw your spore things in there, that's up to you.
I'm not
already
ready
like
to throw mine in, but let's close the door and have a chat in the hallway.
yeah.
I vote we close the door and burn this mother down.
All right.
Let's close it.
You close the door. You do notice that some of the smoke has left the room and is sort of like wafting downstairs. So what do you want to do now? You're up the landing. You think you found. You think you've seen all the rooms up here that you can see in the half story of the manor.
Does anyone want to check for secret doors?
Sure.
I
Let's go
can.
poking around for secret doors.
Okay.
Sure.
You take one side, I'll take the other.
Absolutely.
All right. You're looking around, and you don't find anything up here.
Okay.
But as you're looking around, you do happen to look down, and especially Jim, especially you could swear that the idol is bigger than it was before.
Oh, I'm gonna be swearing.
The
What's
one
going
that
on?
The one at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
How much bigger is she at this point?
As you're watching, she grows probably another half foot. So at this point, it's about 4 feet tall.
I'm gonna motion. Let's go talk again to the dude in this room and see what kind of deal he's willing to negotiate. Because the idol downstairs is growing, and I'm afraid that my compelling singing might have been bringing in the goddess.
maybe they're friends. Maybe we could throw the goddess in here, and then he'd be fine with a buddy.
Yeah. While she's still 4 foot. Yeah.
And growing.
Is there a window up here to the outside?
There is in one of the rooms. Well, there's one in the.
Like at the end of the hallway?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I have rope.
I'm down to the window, and I'm just peeping out. Is the storm raging, or has it hit yet? Or
Yeah, it's raining. It's occasional thunder, occasional lightning, but it's definitely raining again.
Okay. So that's gonna put a crimp in our setting the house on fire plan, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time you really need a wizard, cast a fireball.
For real.
The door in the north wall, where the smoke had come out, you hear the door sort of rattle a little bit.
Okay, no.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna aim my
No.
crossbow.
I don't like this because I can't hit anything with my sword. Like I don't like that at all.
So who's sort of closest to the landing at this point?
Not me. I'm down the end of the hallway.
Okay.
I was checking for secret
Yeah, we were both.
doors, so I don't know how close I am.
It might be me.
Yeah. So you feel. By the way, all the torches do go out at this point.
Mine should still be lit because I only lit it at 9:20.
Oh, I thought we had the lantern lit, and it was only for.
We
Oh,
had
that's
the
right.
lantern.
It was
You
only
do have the
silent
lantern, right,
for
right. You
Most
do
of
have
that
that.
time
so
on
it should
that.
still be
Yeah.
going.
So yes, the lantern is lit. So you do have some light. So you notice, you just get a feeling, right? While they're searching for secret doors, someone's looking out the window. You just have this feeling, and so you turn around, and the idol has grown so that it's tall enough that its hands can reach out towards the landing now, which is what it's doing.
Guys, there's a thing happening over here.
And it speaks to you, and it feels like you hear it, but you also sort of hear it in your mind.
Of course you do.
I cannot allow you to release the beast.
We're good with that.
That's cool. I wasn't planning on it, lady. Don't hurt me.
Really?
The idol cackles a bit, and it looks like it's going to reach out and try to hurt you.
Okay. Well.
All right, let's go release the beast.
You guys do that. I mean, I'm gonna swat at this thing.
Throw me the idol. I'll throw you the whip. All right. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
8.
9.
14.
9.
I go in 20. Yay. I mean, it's terrible. It's a shame. It's a darn
Oh
shame.
no.
There's a shame to it. All right. Okay, on 20, it's going to reach out and try to grapple the half-orc in one of its hands. And it rolls a 1, so it doesn't do that.
Hey.
Does it trip on the landing and fall down and maybe break one of its arms?
No.
Okay.
Let's see, though. Let me see. Fumbles. Okay, nope, nothing happens. But it definitely misses.
Well,
All right. Misty, you're up.
Can I open this window that I'm standing next to?
You can open the shutters. Yes, it's still barred, but it'll definitely get fresh air in if that's what you want.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm opening the shutters and
Okay.
I'm yanking on the bars. How sturdy are they?
Not as sturdy as the ones downstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt a strength check to see if I can yank them loose.
Okay, your DC is 15.
Okay. 20.
Okay, so you
Ooh.
do in fact yank the bars out. They come out, it breaks the window, and there's space now you could get out.
Okay. And before you leave me, I'm looking out. Is there the roof of the lower level out there, or does it go straight down? Is the wall straight down?
For this one, you go straight down.
Of course it does. Okay.
I got a rope.
You got rope? Okay.
I got a
It's
rope.
only about
I
I got a
yell.
grappling hook.
I yell, I've got an escape. And then I'm done.
Okay. Jessica?
I'm looking at the window and I'm looking at the creature. I think I'm closer to the window, aren't I?
You're right.
Yeah.
It's half of one, 6 dozen, half
Shoot.
dozen, whatever. Yeah.
6 dozen.
I'm gonna run over to the window. I've got a grappling. I look at her and go, I've got a grappling hook. And I start getting out the grappling hook.
Okay, are you going to do it?
Out of here.
Are you going to do it in a fancy way? So you just like run and grapple at the same time and dive out the window, or are you going to like be very sensible and just hook it there?
Be sensible because
Okay.
I don't want to fall and die.
Okay.
Because I know how I roll.
You are getting the grappling hook. It'll be safe and secure.
Yeah.
Next round. Sarah, this is your go.
All right. I mean, this thing is coming at me, right? So I
Hey,
have
I didn't get
to
a
try.
round in there. I'm last. I was an 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Always happens at the very end. I start rolling. Like,
Always.
So it's sort of a comedy of errors. It comes at you and it's sort of like somehow trips on something like that, and you're like trying to swing at it. You're like, oh, I got you now, and then you like swing over its head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like we went in for a high five and missed, kind of.
And missed. Yes,
Okay.
exactly what happened. The idol is feeling a little embarrassed, so it hopes that you two can agree to forget about that last round of combat. Jim?
So I'm going to open up the door to the dude. I'm going to ask, so is this deal only for one person and the one that turns you loose to make them immortal and get rich, or does it count for everybody kind of helping out?
The wealth you can spread around, the immortality is just for you.
Sweet, I'm good with that part. All right, what do I need to do to turn you loose?
He says you need to snuff out all these candles.
All right, one more parameter, and I have to have your word on this. No weasel wording. You have to also help defend us against the big idol thingy down there that apparently is already drunk too, because I gave her too much to drink.
You've released the god element. It sort of shakes its head.
All right.
Very well.
You're in for this, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, I'll go snuff out the candles.
All right, so you're stuffing out candles. Back around to the top, we have the idol, who's hoping to do some, go home and rethink its life choices. This time, a total is 12 AC. Does that hit the orc? I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. So both arms come crashing down, and it basically destroys the railing on the landing there. So it's just, and everybody here is just splintering. Misty. There's a rope. There's a rope and a grapple.
Yeah, I'm not quite ready to run yet. Because I don't know what Jim's been up to in the room, but I'm gonna. Now that we've got an escape route, I'm gonna run back down to try to help my fighter companion. And
Okay.
Can I get an attack in?
Yeah, it's not that far. So
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Swinging my bastard sword. 26.
Oh, okay. Yes, you hit it.
Okay. And then now I've got 2 possibilities of damage, 1d8 or 1d10. Is 1d10 for really huge creatures?
Yeah, well, 1d10 is for using it two-handed.
Okay, so I don't know
if you have a shield or not.
I do not.
Okay, you get.
Okay. So 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Hit 5 points.
You come in and you chop a little edge off of it. It doesn't yell out, but it does. The face becomes more of a grimace, and it looks at you. In that kind of your next kind of look.
Yeah.
Halfling who is not trying to destroy or release a great evil. What are you up to?
Oh, after Misty runs, I run after her because I figure I've got everything set up so when we get ready to run, we have a place to go. I'm going to go and try to help as well.
All right,
so I'm going to get out my short sword and attack.
All right.
For all it's worth. Excellent. So I got a 15.
Okay, that does hit it. Yep.
Okay, and that's 3 points of damage.
Okay, you take another little bit chip out of it. All right, and some blue liquid comes out from the wound.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is it turquoise?
Yes, it is turquoise.
Oh
no. Sarah, it's your go.
I'm gonna try to hit it again,
Okay.
and if this dice doesn't do what I need it to, it's going to jail. Okay, that's better. 19.
That's a hit.
Woo!
Nothing like threatening your dice.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was being. Ooh, there we go. 10.
Okay, you take a much larger chunk out of it. It was a decorative piece around its neck, and you sort of chip that away. It's also, and it grimaces back at you, so it can't decide who it wants to attack.
Confuse it.
Jim, you are done snuffing the candles. What would you like to do now?
I'm going to use my opportunity to be invisible for 3 turns.
Okay.
But before I do that, I'm going to say, remember the deal.
Oh, yes.
How do I cash in?
Come here and I will give you immortality.
I'm going to go invisible for my 3 turns. And head for the hallway.
All of you here are sort of cracking, and you're fighting around, but there's enough light for you to see the basalt little circle cracks, and the figure floats out, and the charcoaly darkness, smoky stuff alights. So it's a beautiful angelic figure down to about the waist, and then it falls away to fire.
crap.
Fire,
Cool.
like, is fire setting fire to the house? Like, are the carpets on fire, or?
I guess we'll find out next round.
Oh no!
But the idol,
Great.
the idol is going to rear back and make this sweeping attack. So,
Oh no!
all three of you. So for the half orc, AC 15.
That hits.
Okay. For the halfling, AC 17.
It hits. Now I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
I have high dexterity. Is there a chance that I could hit the floor? And I'm small too. Is there a chance that I could hit the floor before she hit me?
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
These are just these are not like an area of effect. She's just coming in with like a bunch of attacks.
Okay.
And AC 16 on the human. Okay.
I think I'm gonna die.
Well, they're only a D6 each, so we'll see. So we'll do one at a time.
Okay.
Half orc, 4 damage.
Okay.
The halfling, 4 damage.
I'm down.
Are you at 0?
I'm at. Well, I've only got 3 hit points, so I'm down to 0. Yeah.
Okay. And for the human, 5 hit points.
Ow.
Let us briefly go to the rules of death and dying. Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun. Leave it to me to die.
I know. Come on now.
No, this is pretty typical.
Okay, so let's do your death timer. Go ahead and roll a d4 and add your con modifier.
Okay. Okay, so 2.
Okay, so the 2 total. Okay, so you have 2 rounds, and I will note them before
Okay.
you pass on to the great beyond.
Okay.
I can tell you that in your sort of mortal moment, you're hearing the screams and cries of the bats again.
Great.
They're coming. They're coming to take you away to the
So dark.
underworld.
Not the bats. Damn it. Well, I guess it could be rats. Okay.
True, it could be.
Well,
the
that's what I'm gonna hear.
Yeah, flaming rats.
Mold rat.
Misty.
Yes. I noticed that my compatriot has fallen.
Yeah, there's a splash of blood. Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if this is
I get it.
Thanks.
Thank you for the visual.
Okay.
Now I know that in the old days of D&D, if you bound wounds, it would keep somebody at 0 from actively dying. Does that work in this game as well?
Yep, a DC 15 intelligence check
Okay.
will successfully stabilize them.
Okay. Oh dear. Apparently I'm not very smart. Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Thanks for trying, though.
Yeah. Well, in that case, then I don't have that idea. So I guess I'll just attack the idol.
Well,
again.
no, it wasn't to think of it. You actually were trying to stabilize her, so that was your action
Okay.
for that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then that was what I was doing. I was trying to stabilize her.
Yep. Okay, so come on now. All right, so Jessica, you lay there and a little bit of blood spurts out.
Yep.
Or a lot.
Are you Vulcan? Your blood is green.
That's what happens when you drink the blue
Hard.
stuff.
Okay, so Sarah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit it again, I guess.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm here for. Ooh, 24.
That's definitely a hit.
Only 3 though.
Okay, yeah, you take another chip out of it.
Okay.
It's
And I'm gonna.
but there's
Can
more
I do
like
one other thing?
green stuff coming out. Go ahead.
Oh, it's got green stuff coming out of it.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna yell. Can I just yell something back at my
Sure.
compatriot? Try the hearts. We have them for a reason.
Maybe. Who has the heart, by the way?
I think each of us got one at least.
Well,
I don't know who has the extra.
yeah, because I thought we all kind of had a couple of the candy hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys got the
Yeah.
stone heart. So who's got the stone heart?
I do.
I don't know who got the stuff. Okay.
Because I killed it, so that's me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to give her. I'm going to try to give Jess one of the hearts. See if it'll restore some life.
Okay. All right.
Since I'm invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Force it down her throat and she turns into a gargoyle.
Maybe. So you do give it to her, and we'll see what happens on her next go. It's so you do see it start to dissolve. Well, yeah, you see it start to dissolve in her mouth.
Oh.
Hold on. Speaking of, Jess, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
And D6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Unlike you, your lantern is still lit. So
Yay.
it
Well, at
landed,
least one of us is lit.
it landed and is landed upright, so the lantern is still there, giving light.
Yay.
Like to remind you
Okay.
that being lit is why we're in this mess right now.
Misty, you feel
Yeah.
a cold.
We're in this mess because she wanted out of the rain.
A cold, sort of this presence behind you that feels both cold and extremely hot. No, it's not setting fire to the furnishings, but you do see this sort of beautiful alabaster looking hand that's sort of like coming over your shoulder. Something like that. Do you want to, what would you like to do? It's
Duck.
trying to, okay. Go ahead and just make a hard dexterity save for me. DC's 15.
Oh no.
That would be a 5.
Okay. You feel your body age. You've actually aged 4 years.
Oh.
Well, you're only like 26. You're fine. It'll be all right.
Now I'm 30. No.
You're so old.
I am.
But the figure sort of moves through you and past you, and so you're like encompassed in the coldness of the fire. And yeah, you do feel yourself age about 4 years. Okay, at the top of the round, the idol sees its mortal enemy. Has mortal enemies go, and it attacks the figure that's floating in the air now. So, Misty, what would you like to do? You now have the idol. You have the thing that Jim freed.
Yeah.
The thing that Jim freed is what we're going to call it.
If it's up to me, I'd like to run to Sephora for some retinol cream. But since that's not an option, I'm going.
Product placement.
I guess I'm going to strike because I'm kind of freaked out, and so that's what I do when I'm freaked out: is strike at whatever's in front of me, which is the floaty thing.
There's the floaty thing. That's the
Okay.
closest.
Yeah. 18.
You do hit the thing, but you feel your sword pass through it, and it's a weird sort of like tingly sensation as you do so.
And I lose another year and a half.
No, you're not. You're good. But
Now you're 40.
it doesn't seem to do much in the attack. Jessica, you have one more round.
Right.
And Sarah, it's your go. You now have a floaty thing nearby. You have the idol.
God.
The halfling's down. You don't see the other halfling.
No. Well, this is a mess. And the guy that started it all is gone.
I'm right here.
And then made it worse. Oh, gee. This is all your fault.
She wanted to come in out of the rain.
Nobody made you play with that altar.
That's all right.
That is true.
I don't even know what to do. I don't know.
Shove the stone heart into the shadowy thing.
That's I think what I'm going to do is take the stone heart and shove it into the guy, the smoky guy. That guy.
Do it. I like it.
Into the smoky guy. Okay.
I think so, right?
Yes,
Okay.
do it.
That's my instinct. So I can't ask you guys when I'm fighting. So that's what I'm
Okay,
doing.
no, that's fine. You shove it into the smoky thing. And the interesting thing is that his body goes from being alabaster and flame to a mortal body suddenly, with legs and arms, and it's got great hair, but that's the only thing it retains from its sort of wraith-like form. And it's this moderately well-built naked human who suddenly is in a fist fight with a giant wooden idol.
Yep.
So that very good, very good.
Yeah.
Jim, I think you were on your last round of invisibility.
Yep.
You do see signs of, you do see the color start to come back to your halfling friend, where she was pale and had bled out. The wounds start to heal, and the color's coming back to her face.
All right. So what can I shoot at with the crossbow?
There's a wooden. There's a naked dude and a wooden idol thing that's huge.
Yeah, but I think the naked dude still might owe me a favor, so I'm going to shoot at the idol.
Okay, that sounds good.
17.
You hit the idol.
And so it's what? D4?
Crossbow, I think so.
Yeah. So it's a 3+1, so I got 4.
Okay. It sticks in it, and you see the face turn to like a horrible visage. Very doesn't like what's going on. It looks like it's gearing up for another one of its sweeping mini attacks. All right, so the naked guy is like, kill it, you fools, before it destroys us all. And he punches the idol for some damage. All right. So, what do you want to do this turn? Before we go into the turn, what does everyone want to do?
I mean, for me, the idol is still the biggest threat right now, so I'm still.
The idol is wooden, right? Won't it burn?
One would assume.
It's a bit petrified, so it might take a while to burn. Oh, did we lose someone? We lost Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she couldn't hear.
Sorry.
No problem.
My AirPod suddenly died on me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep, no problem. It works top of the round, actually, with the idol. But I just want to get a gauge of what everyone wants to... Just continue to attack the idol?
I am.
Okay. So the idol is going to attack. Do another sweeping attack. And manages not to hit anybody, which is good. Yeah. Stupid dice. Misty, here we go.
My turn. Swinging at the idol.
Okay.
Because it's the only thing I can actually hit. Ooh, 25.
That hits.
Okay. And 14.
Okay. Actually.
Much better this time.
The idol cracks. And it's sort of like... It's
Down
sort
the
of
middle?
like... Yes, sort of like cracks from the shoulder down to the waist. And it's sort of like coming apart, much like a tree ant, I guess, would. And it's sort of... But it's still in the fight, but it's clearly on its last legs.
Yay. Might come
Okay,
behind me and finish this guy off.
Jessica, you open your eyes. The bats, the sound of the bats is retreated. You have 1 hit point. So basically standing not far away from you, we see the idol and it's badly damaged, wounded. There's lots of like turquoise liquid coming out. And you see also where once there was this floaty... Oh, actually, you might have been down. There's a naked human next to you punching the idol. You have no idea where he came from.
Okay, so I think I'm going to go invisible until I can figure out what... I mean, I can do that for 3 rounds. So I'm going to go invisible, figure out what the hell's going on. Because this is totally confusing.
Okay.
And I'm going to figure it out. And then maybe attack next round.
Okay. Sarah.
All right, I'm going to try to hit the thing in the neck and kill it.
Okay, go for it.
If that's something you can do to wooden idols. Oh, 24.
You hit it.
And 8.
That is enough. You see, you hit it, and it's sort of like where it was split. You hit it again, and that area just sort of splits in half. There's a geyser of turquoise alcohol that spills out of it, and it sort of like falls over and on the floor. And there's silence.
Where's the floaty guy?
He's the naked guy standing right there.
Yeah, I'm turning my sword on him. Just
Oh, that's right. He's not
doesn't do
floating.
anything shitty.
I'm ready for my riches.
I don't attack him. I'm just like holding him at...
Yeah, he's like stands there. He's like, may I have a bed sheet or something?
I'll give him the crappy cloak that I took from the closet.
He puts that around his waist. He's like, sure. He walks into his mother's... Well, he says, I'm the rightful heir, and he goes into the bedroom and he takes the wooden crown and puts it on his head. And he picks up the rusty sword. And he hits it a few times, and the rust sort of falls off a bit. And I'm claiming my kingdom. He then walks back into the room where he was, and he brings out a pouch of something, and he drops it. It's like, here, the riches you promised. Yes. He's covered up his half-elf bits. Yeah.
So what does the bag look like?
Thank you.
It's a leather bag, and it's got a purple rope around it.
If this thing is full of spore hairballs, I'm complaining to somebody.
Oh yeah, you guys still have those, don't you?
We do.
All right, I'll
Four
pick
hair
up the
bars of
baggie.
treasure.
I'll pick up the baggie.
Okay.
Thanks.
What do you want your immortality?
This sounds like a really poor choice. I'm going to offer up my immortality to any of my compatriots, especially the wounded one.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I'm good.
I do not want immortality. I just want my life back.
I mean, I would take first aid along the lines of 4 hit points, but otherwise I'm good.
He's like, I'm no healer. I have other talents. And he says, as you wish. But the offer, and he like points his finger very pointedly. Let me have the camera. Wait, there. Jim, and he says, whenever you wish to claim your reward of immortality, let me know.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll hang on to that when I get in a little better shape. That way I get to keep that body.
Sure. And he says, now you may leave my kingdom.
Thanks.
In other words, very politely, get the hell out.
Let us know if you ever need merch for hire. We're always here for you.
Can we go by the door, or do we need to go out the window that we broke?
Yeah, he'll let you out the door. It's fine.
Oh, good.
I get my grappling hook and rope.
Sorry.
No, yeah, leave that. He'll leave that behind. He likes that grappling hook.
Hell no.
That's the hill everybody dies on. Jessica's grappling hook.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
I want to know what's in the pouch as soon as we get outside. Let's look in the pouch.
In the pouch are 6 gold scarabs.
I've seen this movie. Wait a minute.
Crap.
Which is unusual because the scarabs are not symbolic of anything in this from this particular civilization, right?
Right.
They're from a far off land, but 6 good-sized golden scarabs.
Sweet.
Cool.
Now, what are you guys gonna do?
I
could mug you for the treasures.
You
Wait
shot
till
your
you sleep.
You shot your invisibility bolt. And that brings us to the end, the conclusion of our session of Shadowdark RPG by Kelsey Dionne. Thank you, everyone. Let's go ahead and start with Jessica this time because I rudely talked over her last time in the introduction.
That's okay.
Just let everybody know who you are and where they can find you on the internet.
Jessica Nettles. You can find out where I'm going to be next on my website, jessicanettles.author.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to follow me while I talk about my cats and my cooking and my crochet and other crazy things that I do. And I'll see you around.
Jim?
Easiest way to find all the stuff I'm doing is at jamesnettles.com. You can see us doing shows over at continualconvention.com. You can check out podcast creatingpros.com and all the other sort of stuff I get in mayhem I get into. I promise occasionally I behave, and I don't always raid the bar.
Sometimes. Misty?
I'm Misty Massey. You can find me on the usual social medias and as Misty Massey. You can find me at my website, mistymassey.com. And of course, you can find me at the Authors and Dragons podcast, which is available wherever fine podcasts are not. If you want to see me in actual person, I'm going to be at RetCon in Cary, North Carolina in the 1st of March. And then I'm going to be at Atomicon in Charleston, South Carolina in May.
Awesome. Sarah?
Yeah, so you can find me at sgtosh.com. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. You can find my books on Amazon. And I just started doing a Monster of the Week blog post on my website, which is pretty cool. So yeah, check that out if you want to.
Like Monster of the Week as in the game, or just monsters in general?
Monsters in general. Like this week, I did a little article on like Frankenstein's monster, and
Nice.
Just different stuff from different mythos all over the place.
Cool. Very cool. I'm SM Hillman. I host Zero Means You're Dead here on the Going Now Network. And the next episode of that is coming up in a few weeks. We'll be back next month with another Hit the Dice, another indie game for folks to play. And you can check out other shows coming up. In fact, we have one tomorrow that I don't remember on the Going Now Network, but we do have a show tomorrow. Go to our website and look it up. And thank you all for watching, and it's always time to go indie now.